Hello, good afternoon, folks. So we do have a long weekend, and tomorrow the markets are closed, but the futures are up. The price action which happened is it's the congestion. We are still around here, not done anything. So we did made a new all-time high, hit late 4700s to 4800s, and then boom, everything pushed back down, back to this channel. And then it went up back to this congestion area, and then we got a pullback down hard. And Friday we again hit this channel back, and it was saved due to long weekend or whatever, but it still got supported here, and then it closed right at this line here, 46, 60, 63. That area it closed. Now we can check back a little bit more cleaner view here. So what I wanted to I just explain the thought process which I am having in my head is from this low of where is the March March 2020 low. The March 2020 low was here, 2174. Okay, and then we went back and tested the all-time high 3365, and once it was done, we fired a long cycle, and post 3365 we did had a higher cycle target around 4489 here. Okay, so we did hit that, and we also hit the excess, which is 4531. I was looking at that time just to see that if another future cycle is reset, which it did, which means now we are going, the S&P will go to 7,565 or 69. So somewhere there, basically 7,500 or 7,560 approximately. So that is there, and it's really far away, 7,000. Okay, but generally the price has been staying above that offset of 4531. Okay, so let's put this here. So this was the offset of 4531, and price is still managing to stay above that, and also above the price cycle of 4489 somewhere. I'll just, approximately I'll just mark 4489. Okay, so this is a price cycle target. This was the offset to reset the higher cycle, and price is still managing to stay above this in a channel which is approximately 200 points, 4500 to 4700. Price has not been able to go over successfully, or rather stay over successfully 4700. It tries but gets thrown off, comes back down around somewhere along 4500s, and then it's just jumping them. So basically what generally it means is that price has arrived, but the time has not. So unless and until the time arrives, this chopping may continue, and the resolution will happen once the time is up. So the resolution could be either to the upside going towards 5,000, or to the downside going a little bit more lower, depending on how much. Technically, a major price cycle has been completed. So if it wants to, it can still go back down and retest some area, 4,400, back to 4,400, 4,200s, 3,800, 3,800, 4,000 and 38. There's tons of space it can go back to, where the earlier price has not been tested. So if it wants, a correction can be a valid point, because this a major cycle has been completed. Or if it wants, since it has already gone so much above the expected price cycle, there is absolutely no reason to say that it cannot go more up till 5,000 or more, or more than this. So basically, if let's assume it wants to continue up higher than 51.85. 51.50, 51.85 would be a considerable half cycle, at least from here to 7,500, 600. This would be kind of a midpoint in between where it would like to go and test it. So if price wants to resolve to the upside, this could be a good target to assume it is going there. Plus, there is absolutely no reason to say that it cannot go and do the whole 7,500. And there is absolutely no reason to say that it cannot pull back and come down to some percentage or absolutely crash and, correct X percentage. That is also a possibility. But until that time comes up, we'll be continuously chopping around this zone, maybe poke a little bit down here, poke a little bit down here, slowly try to hit 4,900, 5,000, along maybe along this line or above this. So, but until time is there, time isn't up, this chop can happen until it resolves. So now I see three areas where we could kind of assume where the price is doing, so that mentally it makes sense to us. One would be prices in this zone, which is currently happening. So as long as price is here, we know it's a chop area, and things may not work that well for other equities as well, because they can also chop and do some ranges. Next would be price is down here. So we know, okay, it has broken down here and it's here. So we know, okay, some bearishness has come. So this would be the second zone where we can expect the price to be in the meantime. Third zone would be upside. Basically, price is trying to stay above this orange line in this zone and slowly trying to inch up. So that would be the third zone. So when price is above here, we know there is bullishness. In this range, it is chopped. In this range, we know there is bearishness. So at least in my head, I'm marking these three areas. So it becomes a little bit more easier for me to find some setups or at least trade ES, knowing that until a resolution happens, this would be my chop zone, this would be my bullish zone, and this would be my bearish zone. Now, considering the price action which happened, or rather the market closed on Friday, is let's say when the market opens up or the futures open up, there is still interest. We would like to go and test back. Let me go back again, because this gives a better idea than so this is where we close right on this red line on Friday. So now let's say the market opens up and there is, because this week will also be OPEX and it's a short week, 4 days. So price continues to go up. So we definitely want it to hold 48. And we want it to go above this line around 68 and then 88, in this area. Once it takes over 88, 93, then we know it may test towards 4,700 and go here. Now, again, from here to here, definitely you want to see what's the strength, because it can easily get thrown off back to 4,500s, or rather breaks the low 4,600. 4606 was the low, I guess, on Friday. 4606, which is, I think in my last video, if we said, I had said that, once if it breaks down here, then expect price to come to this region. I think we were here around somewhere here around at that time, and I had mentioned if it breaks down, look for price to come to the zone, which it did. First time it came right somewhere, some 30% of that, and second time 4606, which is this high 4606. So it actually came and stopped right here. Oops, what happened? So along this line it came and it actually stopped, or rather they stopped it, they capped it on Friday. And now what we need to see is it clears a certain area and stays there. Otherwise, again, that bearish ABC would bring it down back back on this yellow line and it breaks, then again we see breaking down towards 4,500. So that is one thing we would like to pay attention, whether if the price is trying to stay in this area, or once it tries to break off, it will definitely break this low and come down. So that is something which to keep in mind, that the bearishness may not have gone completely to test the lows, because this megaphone is still active. And if that is the case, let's say it doesn't hold this price, and it doesn't go over this, and it's still here and it wants to come down, the next possibilities are these two red lines where the price can come down. To have marked this somewhere around 40. First would be 45.57. It should hold, and if not, then 44.89 is our past price cycle area, and this is the extension where it can come 44.50, and then this is 43.37, 43.75. 43.57 is this is an extension, but 43.57 is the price cycle, and 43.75 was the mirror which it was working out previously in this area. So this cluster would be a good attraction for it to come down, if at all it wants to come down. So just keep an eye on 45.57 area to 43.75 area, where it can fall down to. If not, then it will try back again to retest this, go higher, as long as it can stay over here and then try to recapture this area. It may try to test the upper side of it, else one more throwback down is also a possibility. RTY. RTY is also, nothing happened for this one. Same. Again, it came down almost to the lower end and still holding. So nothing on that side. NQ, NASDAQ, it did fall off this trend line, and it is below. So it's kind of some weakness definitely, but they did brought it up, and they closed right here. So again, we want it to go back inside and go back over 700 approximately to go up, and then we can next would be 1600 and then 16,500 area. Yeah, so does it give a good idea? No, I think daily is so much better. Yeah, so if it goes back inside and stays inside, then okay, this was the it, and this small ABC may take it up to first this red line, and then to this green line, and above this again the only resistance would be this previous price, and then NASDAQ can be good. Again, the tech earnings is coming up. Tesla, Amazon, Apple, all of them clobbered in the last week of Jan to first week of Feb. So that could present an interesting scenario of, if this is the low and they want to push it higher, then this has a good capacity to go up. Else, down would be, in this zone to expect. And once this breaks, you have a lot of stuff to go down below. So just keep in mind where, with respect to this area, this way, or like this, and then like this. A lot of possibilities here as well. YM, I think we had talked last time that if this breaks down, there's a good possibility to come to the yellow line. I remember the word yellow line. So it hit right exactly on the yellow line and bounced back. Again, this is again a chop area, so it has to go back up above here or break down below here. So like this, or break out from here. That's one thing. Let's look at some more like a market scenario versus, just individual tickers. So dollar, I had mentioned that I was looking at for it to, at least go to 97, which it did. It left a few cents, 96, 9, almost 96, 94. It left 6 cents, but almost hit 96. And since then it pulled back, but still above 93. So that's still good as long as here it's holding here. This line test backs here and then continues up. It will put some pressure on the equity still. So that is something to keep an eye on. But if it tries to fall down here, then probably the ES resolution can be up a little bit. Treasury. One thing which, if you've seen my tweets on TNX, I was looking for a breakout. I think it was 1.69 on the monthly chart, and it has been staying above that. And this is an inverse head and shoulder, kind of looking at it for looking, or rather it is breaking out here above this red line. And it does have some strength going up. So as long as it is above this line or 1.69, it is still bullish for the treasury, and kind of pressure for the equities. So let's see how far this can go, or how long it can stay there and try to retest back here. So this would be something, higher. This number would mean there is, the equity can be under pressure, with the dollar also being strong. Oil is good, $84 almost. So oil here around 59. At that time, 59 was a very strong weekly resistance. And once it crossed over, it didn't stop, and it boom, boom, boom. It went up, first cut 76, 77, and then it smacked back down, and it tested that breakout and went back up again. And it's again currently testing the previous highs. Now, if this area again continues to hold 59 to 62, I think the pivot must have moved up a little bit, 60 to 62. Then the possibility of oil going higher is good. It breaks out from here one more time, goes back into this 100 area. This is 107, 108, 110. So all these previous price points are absolutely possible. 100, 104, 112, 115, and this was 150 almost. So all this is again a possibility for oil to do all of that. So look for it to stay over 85, 89. Then once it does that, then 100 is so much closer for it. So this is going on as expected. And VIX, okay, VIX, this looks better. The daily looks better, at least. So VIX, we had talked, this, I think we had talked last time when we were here. And I had said that, expect this to spike up to 22, and it did, went there, it hit that line, and then it pulled back up again. And last week we said that, look for VIX to retest, which means ES to retest down. So it did went up and hit 22 back again, and hit this line, and again it pulled back. So it is for now following this line to as resistance to do it. And we had also mentioned that this can still be a chop zone for it to decide whether once this intersection is done, then we need to see price is on this side of it or it's on this lower side of it. That may give us some idea you know, where the indices would want to be, whether they would, you know, there would be bullishness in the market or some bearishness wants to set in. But the way I see it is, you know, there is definitely some weakness definitely there. And if it tests down some more below, that would not be a bad idea, because currently it tries to go over and it gets overbought and it can't sustain that move and it gets thrown off. So that's what is happening. So with respect to this low, if it comes down some more below or somewhere even here, that would be, in my opinion, a good pressure release. And then you have, let's say, you know, if let's say if it comes down here, somewhere here, approximately, just a thought, and then, you know, it has given some good trampoline torquage it can gather, and then will have some strength to go towards 5,000. So that jump, so this pullback may help that jump. You know, you're bending your knees down on the trampoline to gather the torque and go up. Otherwise it would be like this, then down. I like this, then down. So that can continue to happen. So this would be a good move, but let's see if they actually wants to do that. I would definitely, I don't like this. So let's see. I would still look for price to, you know, see what it wants to do in this zone and then pull back here or go back above this line. There would be some strength to test towards 4,700 and beyond. Hitting here and failing, it may break this low and come down lower to some 45.57 to more 44.89 our price cycle area, and then more low. So look for it, you know, price zone 1, 2, 3. So if it is trading in 2, then we know it's more burn here. At least there would be some run here, you know, and there is some bearish action. So, you know, have a good week, everyone. It's a short week, so if you're playing options, make sure you book your profits before Friday or by Friday, and or make sure to roll them out. Happy trading and good luck.